can you guys hear me on the stream?
I don't know yet because it's still got the counter going.
Yeah.
Let me refresh it.
Okay.
YouTube's got the lag. I heard something.
I'm a little bit worried that my power just went.
Oh no. We can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay. I might be okay. I just my brother started cursing, and sometimes that means he's tripped on something, and sometimes that means the power went.
Oh, okay.
All right, playing the intro.
Minions of the Zoo. In space. Tonight's episode, The Tunnel of Terror.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Minions of the Zoo. I'm your zookeeper for tonight, Terry Alexander. I'm filling in for Sanguine because the first Friday every month he is out, and they need somebody, so I'm doing it. I'm here with fellow minion, Jen T. Maxey. Yo.
Hello.
And traveling exhibit, Mitch Nemo.
Groovy.
We may have a Rotncorpse coming in a little later, and hopefully Function will be able to join us as always. So, how's everybody doing?
Spiffy so far.
Well,
that's good.
I'm trying this without earbuds again, so let me know if I'm echoing at all.
Okay. As always, there you are, Mitch. I was about to say, I'm in Earth Space Dock. Have you done the
daily?
No, yeah.
Thingy? I'm looking. Yes, I have, but
I haven't, so we'll hop in the daily.
Okay.
I'm actually a little disappointed in the Starbase 1-1 because I can't ever get a chance to fire shit at motherfuckers because everybody's always taking them out.
Yeah, that's the downside of flying an escort. Is you have to be on target and grabbing them. And meanwhile, with my ship, I've got beam fire at will. I can fire in every direction and just sit in one spot and take shit out.
Yeah, but the whole point of being a little zippy ship is to be a little zippy. Just move around. Jen, usually on my nights we talk. Well, you've been on. You've seen us do everything. Have you guys seen the new Batman Cape Crusader shit?
No, I haven't.
All I saw was a lady penguin, and my brain just checked out. But my brain checked out earlier for a different reason, and I don't remember what it was.
They ruined my favorite rogue. Jesus. They massacred my boy. They turned my penguin into a goddamn tranny. Sorry.
Oh God, is that what they did?
No, she apparently she's female. I don't know, but
okay, because it's 1940 something, and
what I'm saying,
people weren't at that point. People weren't flying off to Switzerland to get a sex change.
Yeah.
But see the problem with what my issue with that is, you have female rogues that Batman can fight.
Yes.
When the last time we saw, I believe it's Red Fox. Was it Red Fox? Red Claw. When the last time we seen Red Claw in anything? Talia al Ghul.
Yeah, no kidding.
He can fight. Females he can encounter. You don't have to take a male character and turn him female. And then I also saw what they did to Harley Quinn. At best, Harley Quinn is a henchwoman that can't do shit without someone else.
Right.
Why is she being propped up into this? Oh God, they don't understand.
Well, they're also trying to convert her into a hero.
Well, one of the reasons they prop up Harley Quinn is because as much as the females want to bitch about female representation and sexualization, I remember when Harley Quinn came out in that movie and everyone dressed up like her for Halloween. It was hoes everywhere with blue and pink hair as far as the eye could see.
Yes.
Don't talk to me about sexualizing women when you wanted to dress like that. That's why they keep peddling her. And I'm fucking sick of it because I didn't hate her as a character until all these bitches jumped down her panties. Literally.
Yeah, they want her to be a badass. They want her to be a hero. They want her to be everything except for what she's good at being.
Like she is at like her arc is literally being Joker's girlfriend, and then when she finally breaks away from Joker, she just runs to Poison Ivy. She needs another villain to support her. Like, she can't do it by herself.
It's also part of what makes her mentally ill is she's seeking out an abusive relationship regardless of where she looks.
Yeah.
She has a lot of those are her worst flaws, and somehow they keep propping that up. And I'm like, listen, I get that women do actually have these flaws, and maybe that's why they like her. Like they see that part of themselves in her. But I'm like, at some point, you have to understand that this is incredibly toxic. She is never gonna live a good, happy life.
Right.
She could live a long life. I don't know that. I can't predict somebody's length of time. But I can tell you that every scrap of the way, she is not happy.
Shit, I think the best version of Harley Quinn ever will be in the Injustice comics, where she teamed up with Black Canary, and she literally became her best friend. Like, it was the only positive relationship she ever had, because Black Canary didn't want anything from her.
Yeah. And still, in all kinds of alternate media, they keep trying to make her a hero, and she doesn't work as a hero. You know that high-pitched voice of hers, that cutesy Cupid doll kind of thing? That doesn't work as a hero, but it works brilliantly as a villain.
Yes.
Because it's a juxtaposition to her villainy.
Yeah.
Oh, cute and vaguely sexy, and that's what makes her a great villain. But when you make her a hero like that, it just falls flat.
Because she doesn't give up that hero aura.
Yeah, it's a bad mix of characteristics.
It's also, they don't understand that when you're a hero, a lot of the choices that you're making aren't actually in your favor.
Yeah.
That's kind of what makes them heroic in the first place. Like, you might be making a decision, we'll say it was a heroic rich person. Okay, well, say they really stepped in for a donation. And I know a lot of these lefties are a bunch of socialists and shit. But what if they go in for this real donation? It's a big hit for them. I don't think they realize sometimes those set them back, actually. Sometimes a donation can set you back.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, I will pick on Elon. I don't agree with him on a hell of a lot. But when he took his position by buying Twitter, that was his protest.
And he lost money on it, too, honestly. He got shafted.
Yes. That is the kind of thing that a rich person will do sometimes. It is a sacrifice. Do I think he's a hero for it? Well, he did it for personal reasons, so, like, no. But some people in the past, and I talk to a lot of Brits about it, because when they talk about their history with their lords and ladies, a lot of them were doing that. You know?
The saying, noblesse oblige, the noble obligation.
Because if you give back to your people, sometimes that give back will do more for your family in the future. That was part of the deal. Like, it was part of the reason they did it, but it was also the right thing to do. And that's partially to do with Christianity.
But let's not con ourselves into believing all the hype around Elon Musk.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he did it because he has resentment over stuff that happened with. Yeah,
I mean, there are reasons to stand with him. I see that.
Well, that's why I'm not calling him a hero.
Yeah, me either. But you gotta look at what the guy's doing too. I mean, he keeps saying this shit about freedom of speech, and his sense of freedom of speech appears to be purely a marketing scheme.
yes.
Because he himself promotes freedom of speech, not reach. And that's bullshit. That's not freedom of speech. That's shadow banning, and it's censorship by any other name. Because censorship by degrees is still censorship.
Yes.
But it's more than that. If you look at all the things he said he's wanted to do with Twitter, I understand why he bought it.
Oh, I know he's still a businessman too. I mean,
well,
he's
yeah,
fully.
But you got to look around and see what's happening, because it's not just buying Twitter and making it a so-called platform. He wants to turn it into a marketplace. He wants to turn it into a place to consume media. He wants to turn it into a place to do your one-stop shopping, basically, and he wants it to be a financial institution. And when he gets through doing all of that thing, you know what he's got? You know what he's sitting on? A social credit system.
Yeah.
I think he wants a social credit system, and he bought Twitter because it was the biggest pre-made infrastructure in the West to
Achieve that goal.
to achieve that end. Yes. I'm not saying he's an outright villain. I'm saying that he's going to create something that will be used for villainy.
It had the potential for villainy.
Yes. And Elon's not going to be around forever to stand in the way.
Well, that's kind of part of his flaw is, like a lot of people up top, a lot of them seem to think they need to be in control of everything.
Right.
Like, we have some people on I wouldn't say our side, but like with Elon, it is because he has opinions that we agree with a lot of the time.
Yes.
It is why it's easy to side with him on it a lot of the times. But I make no mistake, he is absolutely the same kind of control freak as everybody else that's kind of part of the problem right now.
Elon's a capitalist, and he will do anything to promote the dollar or
yes.
his profit margin. And I agree. Hell, shit.
I mean, hell, he hired World Economic Forum stooge Linda Yaccarino to be the CEO of Twitter, and then he's
hands off
done everything to be part of the World Economic Forum's advertising arm, which it's called GARM, and I don't remember what the letters stand for. But he's a card-carrying member of that group. He's not fighting anything except his public image.
Global Alliance for Responsible Media.
Yes, and that's basically a mafia of sorts.
Well, yeah, it leads back to Klaus Schwab, is what it does.
What's that?
It leads back.
Yeah.
All right.
It leads back to Klaus Schwab's, the German guy.
Yeah. Yeah. No one can tell me Klaus Schwab isn't a super villain, because every time I've seen him, he's always in black, and he looks like he's about to fucking order, operate order 66.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to order someone to lower the globe.
Yeah. Like, he's going to say, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die any moment."
Yeah.
Best Bond villain ever.
Seriously, he looks like he lives in one of Dr. Evil's lairs. Then there's George Soros and Bill Gates. They're all part of the same fucking club.
Yep. And it's the same control freak shit. Like, they think that they're somehow saving the world. And I'm like, you retards would destroy all of humanity if we all went with what you want to do.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, I understand Malthusian thinking. You know, at some point, we are going to overconsume, and we're going to be literally on top of each other. You know, if Malthusian thinking allows for it. However, I don't see that happening. Necessity is the mother of invention. When you have a limited amount of space, you'll find a way to make more space, if that means going to space. And look at the shit Elon's doing, launching reusable rockets. Like, it's not spacefaring yet, but hell, we're almost fucking there. Did it do that damn thing again? Oh, God damn it, it did the thing again. Can y'all hear me? No, y'all can't hear me. Motherfucking Jesus fucking Christ, motherfucker.
Oh, there is. Yep.
We could hear you, but you couldn't hear us.
Every fucking time. I swear to God, I think it's trying to piss me off on purpose.
Oh, of course it is.
But y'all were saying, oh, it's the one you like, Mitch.
Oh, yeah.
Greetings. Welcome.
Well,
to
what
the
I was going to
Federation
say real
Mining
quick is
Camp.
one of the other things
We've
that
been
we're
working with Gorn to
we're not
extract valuable
doing is
minerals
we're not allowing humans to be natural,
Mm-hmm.
which is if you look at Japan, outside of wars, they're already technically naturally downsizing their population. Like, the truth of the matter is, you do kind of lose sexual interest is what happens. Your sex drive goes down when you're not in a good spot for raising kids. Your natural instinct is not to have more.
Right.
Again, you know about the Malthusian rat experiment, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they had abundance, you know, they didn't fuck. We got enough, like, and they went crazy and started killing each other.
Romulans are attacking from
So
the
when
west.
shit is like perfectly well and good, we can't deal with that type of shit either. So it is.
That's
what it
kind
is.
of the other part of human nature, and it's the part that will have most people hating me for saying it. I don't agree with creating wars, but wars are kind of part of our nature
DNA.
too. Yeah, and a war could actually just be between neighborhoods.
Oh,
It's
yes.
not that we need war; we need conflict.
Yeah, and it's gross. I don't like thinking about that because, yes, I grew up in a soft society where murdering each other is not it's taboo. It's taboo to do that, but
God damn it! What the fuck? I pressed random. I know I don't set the difficulty that high.
Romulans are attacking the central camp.
Oh, this one likes to. Chances are this one comes up. We're at the medium difficulty level instead of the low.
The fuck? Why?
Because the game's broken and the fucking development team doesn't want to do anything to fix it.
Romulans are attacking from the
it's so
west.
sad when that happens.
But yeah, like shit like that will eventually either sort itself out or we'll fucking destroy ourselves.
Romulans are attacking
See,
from
the
the
sad
west.
thing, I shared a video over in Maddie's server one day. I don't know if I shared it anywhere else, but it was a video of a lithium-ion battery from an e-bike. Okay, we're not even talking about an automobile, just a bicycle. And this battery is removable, so you can, so your bike doesn't go
Romulans are
stolen,
attacking from the
right?
south.
It's a security feature. But the guy gets into the elevator with this lithium-ion battery from his e-bike, and then suddenly the battery starts venting gas and it explodes after the elevator doors close.
He didn't make it.
No, he didn't. He was a piece of charcoal by the time they pulled him out. and we're putting much larger batteries than that into automobiles. And if you've ever seen you ever see an electric vehicle go up?
No.
That you ain't throwing water on that to pour it out or to put it out, because water makes it worse.
Yeah, electrical fires.
You have to get a special foam.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I want nothing to do with the bikes after that one video of, I don't know if it was China, I don't know if it was Japan. I don't care where it was. That guy got fried.
Yeah. That's a 7-layer fuck you burrito.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if you saw the elevator video of that, but like that was crazy shit.
But it gets even worse because the electric vehicles, batteries fuck up in cold.
Yep.
So what about states like, you know, Maryland that, you know, winter for us is fucking brutal. Some years. Like, I'm talking like below what?
Shit gets fucking severe, man.
Yeah. You know, we're due for a fucking blizzard at some point.
I'm kind of old school.
Cannibalistic would have said bad return to Islam. Fucking cannibalistic was it.
The other thing, I am a little bit old school when it comes to technology. Like, if you're using a bicycle, you should actually be pedaling it. That's kind of part of the package.
Yeah.
Yes, but there are some electric bikes where you do pedal, and that's how the battery charges, and the battery is an assist. The battery and motor is an assist for certain circumstances, and that's, you know, I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. But let's actually perfect the technology.
Yeah.
Instead of getting the technology in its infancy and then mass marketing it, because that's what we're doing with these batteries.
Until we can learn to make batteries that are resistant to cold, I don't think we can do it.
Right.
And as much as people want to say, oh, it's better for the environment, however, just imagine all the shit that has to go into like putting up the new electrical pumps, and then the amount of say you're using a fucking coal plant. That coal plant now has to pump out more energy.
So you have to charge the battery.
To charge the batteries. So now it's just as worse. Or it would fucking been better just to use the fucking gas.
Yeah.
Or, you know, tell it yourself. I'm not throwing shade at people who are like, you know, physically disabled or like struggling or growing old. Like I'm kind of old too. I don't hop on a bike very often either. I should. But like part of what actually made it natural or better for the environment was not adding the fixings to it. Kind of like I had a conversation with TC about glass bottles of milk. It probably was the best way to do milk. I know it means returning your bottles and shit, but it is the best way to do it for the environment, if you actually gave a shit about it.
Yeah.
It's always renewable.
Let's trash being produced. The milk, the glass bottle will be reusable, and you will constantly, hey, I gotta wash this, gotta keep it clean, because it goes back to the milkman in like 2 days.
Yeah.
You know? And it also provided a job, you know, because the milkman had to deliver the shit, and then there was the bottling plant, or the people bottling the milk.
Right.
It's laughable because you go to a grocery store now, and yeah, they absolutely still use glass jars and glass containers for liquids. So
for pickles and fucking salsa, you know. They're glass, but the milk isn't. I don't know why.
Well, even Starbucks. Like, Starbucks has these little coffees that they've been selling in glass containers. Like, those bottles are glass.
Yeah. Well, one of the things we're doing wrong, I think, is environmentalism. I think we're doing that all wrong. We should stop this green energy nonsense.
Yeah.
Because it's just not playing. It's not panning out. I think we need to readjust our thinking to a concept that I call blue energy. And with blue energy, what you do is you get rid of all the bullshit restrictions. Like, for example, with the internal combustion engine. Yeah, if we make an internal combustion engine that can run on all kinds of flammable materials, not just petrochemicals, but and we can do it with recycling vegetable oil, for example, to run diesel motors. We can do that. But what I'm saying is get rid of all of the regulations that stand in the way of the little guy innovating. Because that little guy who innovates is often your best I can't think of the word I'm looking for. It's the guy working in his garage. Okay, that's the guy who's going to come up with the brightest ideas. Because everyone else's ideas at the corporations, those are going to be ideas formed by committee.
And by yes men.
Yes.
That's actually worked. Yes, I concur, Captain, and I am your Borg host, 6 of 2 3s.
6 of 2 3s.
Not bad.
No bad.
But we get rid of all that stuff that, you know, that for example, I always had an idea that would be interesting is to power a house battery, basically a battery for your home. One of the ways to power it is to use the runoff from your roof, from any structure on your property when it rains, to turn a generator to recharge the battery. But we have laws. Well, yeah, but we have laws in place where you can't collect rainwater, and they would apply that to what you're doing, even though you're not really collecting it.
You can over here.
They would. Why was the law against collecting rainwater?
It's racism.
Classism. Yeah. I think it's actually classism.
Pretty much. But you know, then they'll try to say, "Oh, you can't do that because it's an energy thing, and that's dangerous for the."
They do that. At least as far as I know, in New York, on buildings, they've got pretty huge fucking rain barrels on the fucking buildings.
Yes, but those are going to be handled on a municipal level, so it's not illegal.
I see.
If you see what I mean, and it's different with each state and in each jurisdiction.
You know, you're on about green energy a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what the funny thing is? Which really makes me laugh. We don't have the technology to make green energy sources viable with our current level of technology.
No, but we're already trying to replace everything that already exists with it.
Yeah.
That's the irony of it. We should be trying to figure out how to combine look. We should still be trying to figure out wind and solar. We should absolutely continue trying to do that, but we should not do it at the expense of making internal combustion far more efficient.
And all these alternative energy sources still need a lot of research and innovation before they're even anywhere near viable.
Yes.
Shit, we have some deserts or desert areas. Why not turn them into giant fucking solar farms?
Because it doesn't work. They've done that in the Sahara, and it's not viable enough. Especially in a desert, because what have all deserts got in common? Well, all arid deserts. All arid deserts. What have all got in common?
No shade, you cultivate.
No. Dust.
Yep.
There's no way to keep the dust off.
Nope.
No. And
also, deserts tend to bury
things.
things.
All kinds of resources to keep the dust off.
Yeah. They put stuff out in the Sahara Desert. They come back with it a month later. They can't find it. Desert's buried it.
Yep.
Desert's eating it.
So, you know, all this stuff that we claim to try to do for the environment turns out to be a major exercise in things that backfire.
Yep.
So Let's change our thinking, go with my blue energy concept, get all the regulations out of the way of people who want to innovate. And, maybe make some resources available for them so that they can innovate safely, depending on, what kind of innovation they want to investigate.
More nuclear power plants.
For one, yeah.
Well, it's like going back to the glass jar thing. It works both ways. Like if you were to do like a milk industry again, going back to glass jars, there's nothing stopping you from using the same jars for juice, because juice doesn't need to be refrigerated.
That's what they used to do.
Yeah, so like there's still brands, like actually really expensive ones, that use glass jars for their juice, and they can go on the shelf.
I can remember. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say. Just imagine, alright, when they first started doing glass jars and milk and whatnot, they had small refrigeration tanks. But now, our technology, if we were to do a refrigeration truck, it would be far more efficient, and it wouldn't, you could have more milk per jar. It wouldn't be as much fucking gas being used because, again, I can carry almost 400, glass milk jars in a single refrigerated truck and pass that out, 200 homes.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what Jen was on about. I can remember back in the 70s, right? Miola and Aunt, they used to pay for the weekly delivery from a company called Bars, who made soft drinks, right? The Pop Man, we called him. And every week he'd come round and he'd drop off the delivery and he'd collect the empty bottles, glass bottles. Yep. They got reused.
Yep.
You got like 10 pence for every bottle that you handed over.
And that's
the same with shops as well. They'd give you 10 pence for an empty bottle that came from their stores.
And yet again, if you wanted to, you could make that another job. Like
yeah.
If you wanted to.
Milk bottle, glass bottles.
Yeah.
But what it is?
Take it a step further. In modern times, because of the way we've made certain other things more efficient, we could replace the glass bottles with aluminum.
Shit, with Pyrex.
Yes.
It's just we already have all this stuff. It's why I call them out, because if they wanted to really nip and tuck everything, they could have, but they really kind of focus on
shit.
They focus on
jars.
what they can use as a scare tactic to generate.
They only not just that, but they also focus on what's going to cut necessary jobs so they can save money and bump up the price at the same time.
Exactly.
I mean, most of the prices we pay for food, for luxuries, for everything, they're not. I mean, yeah, they shouldn't be cheap. Dirt cheap, but they're a lot higher than they actually should be. Especially
I know
luxury.
for a fact that if you go to a store, because I had a teacher he worked at a store where he did inventory. He said that they would pay like 22 cents for a bottle for like soda.
Yeah.
They would turn around. And this was back in like 2004, so they sold it for about 120.
Yeah. I mean, Christ. I mean, this is English money, so you'll not quite get it. I can remember paying 3 pence, 3 pennies for a can of Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't an aluminium can either.
Oh, back the old days of 10.
Yeah, where you could actually use the ring pull as kind of an improvised slingshot.
Yes.
Shit, but nowadays I'm staring here. I have in my head a metal bottle. It is insulated. It will keep stuff colder for longer. Why not use that? Why not start making more metal bottles for things? And then again, here, give this back to me. I'll give you $3 per metal bottle.
Exactly.
Because it costs them money.
Or I got
well, they're There is one other reason I might disagree with you, Tyr, and this is just because I like to cook. Every once in a while, something just tastes better in the glass than it does from the can.
That's true.
And
Yep.
that's just one of those ones that you're gonna get that with people.
I mean, you can't put orange juice in an aluminum container and then drink it.
It's not just that. Everything tastes better from glass than the can. It's the same for ceramics as well.
Yes.
My dad used to make meatloaf, and he didn't use a tin.
Mm-hmm.
He used a ceramic
Baking dish.
yeah, that you could put in the oven, and he said it tasted better.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a lot easier to fucking clean.
Yes. I mean, and just imagine. I mean, our ceramics technology is at a point where we're lining spaceships with it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with part of what you're saying,
ceramics
too.
that
I
are
would mix
high-perfect.
both. Sorry.
Oh, no, go on, Jen.
Well, no, I would say I would do a little bit of both, because you're always going to cater to different needs when it comes to that. But if you know that you can use more metal for some things and you can use more glass and whatever, I'll let you lead in next, Mitch, because I think you're on the same track anyway. I'm actually okay with diversifying your product.
Yes.
Sorry, you used that word.
But it's called thought and like what people's needs are.
Yeah.
But we already have a hell of a lot of stuff available to us that we could have been using like ages ago instead of having all these people bitch for years.
Wait,
Yes.
Well,
here's
yeah,
the one.
Ziploc bags for your breakfast cereals.
Here's the one when Mitch is finished.
Go on.
You know, they were warning us about a food shortage.
Yeah.
That's good. Why? They've got more than enough food stored away of every type to see us through 1,000 fucking food shortages.
Because we're all rats in a cage.
Basically, yes.
Our governments
It's a scare
collectively
tactic.
have enough money, have enough stored food to feed the world 10 times over.
Greed.
It's a scare tactic, man.
Greed.
It's that green
Fear and
bullshit.
control.
It's the green tyranny.
Yeah. Well, have you seen what's happening in the UK there the past couple of days?
No.
Yes.
I think it might be the end for the Islamification of this country, hopefully.
God, I hope
But
so.
I'd rather it happened non-violently, because the violence gives our side a bad name. I think, and a lot of the thugs who've been causing violence at these protests, they've all been wearing black and had their faces covered in black masks.
Well, the thing with Antifa, yeah, a
That's
lot
what
of
I'm
them
thinking.
are just as much anarchists as they are anything else.
Or rent a mob. Anarchists and rent a mob, I would say, Jen.
No, I think they are the downtrodden, the useful idiots. I think they are the people that I see in Antifa are always the soy boy, limp wrist motherfucker who, if I spat on him, he'd fall over. But because there's a ton
Well,
of
you
them,
described me perfectly.
no, but but when there's a ton of you get bold. You know? Oh, it's just one of you, but it's like 50 of me. So I'm
Thing
gonna
is,
talk
when
shit.
thing is, when the majority of those soy boys grow up and become actual adults, like my age, Mitch's age, they stop being soy boys and start thinking more or less responsibly.
If you're a liberal,
It happened to me.
If you're not a liberal when you are a kid, you have no brain, or you have no heart, because you are not concerned when you're older.
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that sums it up perfectly. Because I was a save the whale, look my neighbour type.
Another thing I would do if you're focusing on, especially the ones in the US, I would actually look into a lot of NGOs work, because a lot of them actually lead themselves into a lot worse state than, they lead themselves into a lot of homelessness and drug problems.
They also behave a hell of a lot like the black shirts did before Hitler had them killed.
Yep, and this is one of the parts of history that they tend to ignore. Like after the revolution happens, the next people to get after the dissenters are the fucking revolutionaries themselves.
Yep.
So I'll get a bullet, but like when the bullets are done firing at me, they turn on you because you're the ones that fucking put them in power.
Yeah, because the revolutionaries are the troublemakers.
Yeah. And not just
Another funny
troublemakers.
thing there.
Not just the troublemakers, Mitch, the easy to manipulate troublemakers.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's funny, Bets, that you mentioned the saving the whales, because you know what led to saving the whales? What the biggest shift was?
Go on.
Petroleum. Because
Yes.
you no longer needed to harvest whales for their oil.
No, that's true. Can you imagine if they found a non-lethal way to harvest oil from whales?
Well, we've learned how to do that kind of stuff with plants and whatnot, which would be far better, I think, for us as a species to burn plant-based oils.
Apparently, it's
And
poor
it would
quality
be
compared to. It's poor quality compared to animal-based oils, and I think it does just as much environmental damage anyway. So
It probably would. I mean, we'd have it just like with the windmills, we'd have to expend the stuff
Oh,
we're trying
yeah,
to save to make the
you,
shit work.
you mean the bird killers?
Yes.
Oh, I've seen I've seen videos of those things because they frequently break. They very frequently break.
And they
Yes.
have to be high up. Oh god,
Yeah, quite a few times they don't just break; they break off. The amount of videos I've seen of windmills and propellers going flying across motorways and shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of one of those things where historically, every time you see a country or someplace that had hydro, and all of a sudden they don't have hydro, I highly recommend you look into the politicians involved with that, because you know there was something going on that shouldn't have.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, yes, I don't doubt hydro was expensive to keep up, but whatever it is they've replaced it with has not been cheaper.
You realise, talking about hydro, Niagara Falls, you could build right. First of all, you temporarily dam Niagara, right? Then, partway down, you build a series of turbines designed to resist the impact of the water, right? So that they don't get knocked out of position. Then you undam Niagara, and you've got a shit ton of electricity.
Yeah.
Shit. You can do that with any water source. You can take we'll use my city, the Chesapeake Bay water. You can use the Chesapeake Bay water. It is a moving river. It is literally a moving river.
Yeah, but falling water's got more force behind it.
True, but it still can be used, with the moving river.
It's one of those things where, like, you might not get full coverage everywhere with it, so you supplement those places with stuff that you know will help them. But if you can cover for, like, well, like say Niagara Falls is the example you're going for, if that even just covered for half of Ontario, which you probably could do more than that, but if it did half of Ontario, that's a large chunk.
Well, what Tay's on about, there's this guy back, I think it was back in the 70s, somewhere in the home counties in England. He lived by this large stream, right? It wasn't big enough to be a river, it wasn't small enough to be a babbling brook. Relatively powerful current, not too powerful. He went off the electricity grid, fit up a generator to a water wheel, and had no issues with electricity. Partially because he had a capacitor added on, that could store the electricity for later use if need be. But it worked, and it worked perfectly.
Shit, we've been using water wheels for like the last 10 trillion years. The fucking
Again,
grind grain.
Again, this is what I'm talking about. This is how you get rid of regulation and make things more efficient. It's not always about the water wheel or how to generate electricity via wind or water or solar or nuclear or whatever. Sometimes the way to address the issue is to make the lights more energy efficient.
Like we're only doing now.
Yes, with the LEDs.
Yeah.
They're a hell of a lot more efficient. So
Yeah.
Stop
The
it.
ones
we
I've
have, when we've replaced all the street lights and whatnot with LEDs, we can use lower yield power generation to power them.
The problem being is once we've done that, that's when Ernst Blofeld activates his device, and he now controls the world's light systems, and we have to pay him billions of dollars.
And Mr. Bond is expected to die.
Yeah.
You want to heard me say that, because that is my favorite Bond villain.
Well,
Blofeld.
yeah, but it was Goldfinger who said that. I expect you to die, Mr. Bond.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
You don't expect me to talk, do you, Blofeld? Sorry, Goldfinger. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to get my name right.
Well, it is part of the reason these conversations are good, because you could throw out something like, we've had efficiency before. I know we were upgrading things, but let's look back at those things and see, well, can we use what we have right now that's more efficient, and would it work better with Hydra? Like, I actually do think there might have been a case of, like, Hydra wasn't powerful enough to... Say, going with Vegas, I don't think Hydra would work with Vegas. If you're thinking about all of what you're... It is, now. But back when they were switching things over, I could understand switching things over back then. But now that we've advanced, there's nothing wrong with exploring things from before.
Right.
I think I know what happened to the world, and this push for technologies that, energy sources which are beyond our grasp.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's the artsy types and the pseudo intellectuals took over. The people who think they know everything and know nothing, especially the artsy types.
Yeah.
Because
college graduates.
Yeah. Well, you're not just college graduates, but the people who think they're artistic. Engineering isn't a science; it's an art. No, it's a science.
When you were...
No, it can seem like an art form if you're good enough at it, but it's a science.
No, listen. Here's how it works, man. It is a science, and there's the practical approach that solves most of the problems, and that's fantastic. That's well and good. It's an important thing, but there is also the effect that inspiration has, and inspiration is where the artistic side of it comes in. I'm not saying...
And you're leading me to my second point.
What's that?
You're leading me to my second point, but pray continue.
Well, basically, it's just like with art. Science requires inspiration.
Yeah.
And sometimes, when you get the down-to-earth know-how of science and the inspiration of art to interact, you can come up with some really great stuff.
Oh yeah. And yeah, you remember the Soviet Union. In fact, any given communist country.
Yeah.
Always at least 5 to 10 years behind the rest of the world in technology.
Yes.
And science.
They can't innovate. There's no reason
Yeah.
to innovate.
Because it's not just that here. It's let's take Russia, right? Before the Russian Revolution and the Bolsheviks taking over, Russia was a hotbed of art, of literature, music. The Bolsheviks take over, and all that's gone. They weren't even producing 1/10 of the creative stuff that they used to. That follows into their science and their technology, which is why they were always behind everybody else. Because there was no inspiration, there was no imagination. You get rid of those, you get rid of any chance a society has to develop, to evolve.
You want to know what the best way to foster that is, Batman? It's liberty.
Liberty and stories.
Well, I got one better for you. You know what? Competition breeds innovation too.
Yes, but the competition has to be healthy.
Yeah, like if me and you are rivals, it's just a healthy rivalry. But I see you do something amazing. But fuck, I have to catch up with you. Let me, crack the books. Let me figure out. Let me try to beat you.
Yeah, and then I see you doing that.
Don't you
right?
guys know everybody gets a gold star for everything?
Yeah,
No,
but I see Tyr doing that. He's beating me there. So
Sorry.
I developed this device to speak to my mother in the netherworld. It glows up and I scar my face. So I go to the Himalayas, build a suit of armor and try to take over the world.
But you know what I mean, though. Like again,
I know exactly what you mean, and you're right.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that
Rotncorpse.
was fostered when I was at school. And hello, Rotncorpse. I mean,
You're right.
it was very much the fostered a friendly rivalry. I mean, no more so was that seen than on the football field where I've played another school's team, and we were taught at the end, you shake hands, you congratulate each other. Either you've won, you congratulate them for playing a good game.
Yep.
They've won, you congratulate them for winning.
I remember when
Sportsmanship isn't just in sport; it should be everywhere. That kind of mentality.
I think
remember,
it's kinda...
Hold on, really quick, Jen. I remember being in high school, and our team we were rivaled with another city team, and one of the things they always did whenever the other team got a win, the coach would go, "Hey, they're beating us. We can't let them win this. We gotta have better records than they do." And each
Don't
time,
tell me. Don't tell me. You stole their mascot, that goat called Raquel.
No, we didn't steal their mascot. I was a geek. I didn't play sports, but it was still, the coach would always come tell them, "Hey, come on now, if they win another game, they'll be 2 games ahead of us, and we're not gonna be able to play them."
Well,
go ahead, Jen.
Go ahead, Jen.
Well, this actually kind of leads into what you both were saying about storytelling. And here's the thing, maybe every sitcom I watched as a kid wasn't the best story, but they oftentimes showcased both sides of a rival. Like sometimes the rival was a bully, and sometimes the rival was a friend.
It's one of the best things they did in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Flash Thompson comes up to Hyde Park and he rams him against the and Peter Parker rams Flash Thompson against the Lotters, and he goes, "I was just going to say I'm sorry about your uncle." I mean, that's a guy who's shown through the film up until that point being an arsehole. Then he comes up with something like that to just show he's human.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually good storytelling.
He showed even his beef isn't with Parker himself. He wouldn't want to fucking. All right, dude, I get it. Your uncle died. I understand. I've had some tragedy. We're cool, at least for the time being while you're grieving. What the hell?
This is part of why I kind of have a mixed feelings about the internet in terms of our social media, because I do think a lot of the kids went over to the internet instead of actually watching the TV, because I started off my life with the TV.
TV was important.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't as important, and it wasn't as you didn't get as obsessed. Like, you could become obsessed with a show, but you'd still have a life,
Yeah.
But
until we had cable, like I should say, until we got satellite, I had like 3 channels with Rabbit.
Yeah.
So
I had
really
3
on TV too much.
I had 3 channels growing up. Jen, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
When you were a kid at school, were most of the conversations about what you watched last night?
Yes.
It could be. It depended on which kids I was talking to. Some would obsess over like cartoons or specific.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's you talk about what you watched last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most people, even with kids, with 3 channels, most people are watching the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's stories again. The TV the TV widened the net of the story, and it was like like an aid to the glue of society.
Well, yeah, because back in the days when you had very few television channels, a lot of those television shows were unifying because they created a sense of community. It's like, and now with 87 channels,
And everybody's got
sense
their
of
own TV
community
in the
has
same house.
dissipated.
Yeah, and Mitch, everybody's got their own TV in their own room.
Yep.
Nobody watches the TV together anymore.
Nope.
Or they're on their phone, you know.
Yeah, I mean, people of my generation in the UK, and more importantly, of Mitch's generation in the US, because that's where it came from, kind of get a warm feeling when you hear the theme tune to the Waltons. Maybe it's not Mitch, but
No,
most
I
of us
don't.
do.
I hated that show.
I enjoyed
I know
it.
what you mean.
I mean, it wasn't a saccharine sweet show. It showed the harshness of the times they lived in, which was the Depression.
Yeah.
But it had good moments as well, and you could feel these people were real.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Because
Yeah,
they
even
were-
the feel-good shows like the Brady Bunch and the one Mitch likes the most. I know for a fact. Yeah, the Partridge Family. Yeah,
Oh, fuck off.
they provided a service. Now you felt like you come home from school or from work and you've had a bad day. Then you sit and watch these shows, and they made you feel good.
And they gave you life lessons.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of these shows, the shows of that era, did not leave you feeling like an outcast.
No, and they also like Tay said, they give you life lessons. They imparted a bit of morality to you as well, which you
Right.
did pick up as a kid.
Yes. It's because of entertainment in many cases that we instinctively understand when something is wrong.
Yep.
And now that's been weaponized against us at this point.
Well, it was.
Yeah.
But,
It's
in my-
actually. Oh, sorry.
real quick, in my own case, because of the entertainment I consumed, I have a great inherent concept of justice and liberty. And when something feels off, I may not be able to articulate it right away, but when I am able to, it's a strong position.
I'm kind of gonna almost make fun of you here, but I'm not actually.
Go ahead.
You feel the need to throw your mighty shield, don't you?
In many cases, yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you're on about, isn't it?
Yes.
The superhero media when we were kids, Mitch, that did teach a lot of moral lessons. I got a lot of my ethics and morality from. Yeah, I got a lot of my morality and my ethics from the likes of Superman, Spider-Man, Captain America.
Yes,
Ninja Turtles.
it's one of the reasons that when gay people are fighting to get married, I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
What was that, Rot?
Oh, I thought
I said Ninja Turtles. My only issue with the ones that, like the gay people who are fighting to get married is when they tried to use the argument of like, it's natural and like I was born this way, and it's like that's a bad way you're going, brother.
Yeah, you might be
That's why it's
born
called
that way.
sexual preference.
You might be born that way. So are thalidomide children. So are the
Well, what should have
0.0001% of the population
Well,
that are born intersex, but that's not natural.
Well, and quite literally, all they would have had to say is,
Yeah.
"We're consenting adults behind closed doors. It's none of your fucking business."
Exactly.
And that's how
Yeah.
I always view things. What
That's
you do
how
behind
it-
closed doors,
I
you
mean.
do behind closed doors. Don't force me to deal with it. And the moment if
Yeah.
you force me to deal with it, you invite me to go, fuck off, I don't want to.
Well, they can't
Yeah.
use the "it's natural" argument because then you can always say, "Okay, well, you have cannibalism, incest. Like there is a plethora of things."
There's a lot of things that happen naturally.
Yeah, killing somebody else's kids because you don't want your wife to raise another man's children. That's natural.
Hey,
Technically, it could also be killing another man, taking his wife, then killing their kids because you don't want to deal with them.
Yeah.
That would be
well,
considered
think
natural.
of it this way: these people that want to claim the nature aspect of it, it's a natural blah, blah, whatever. Look, if I put a hatchet through your face, it's perfectly natural for you to die. So you die of natural causes.
Oh, one of my favorite
Now,
ones
is
to use
that
from that
justice?
one is like when people say it's like I only have a natural diet, and it's like, well, you got to remember some things that are natural aren't good for you. Arsenic
Yeah.
is natural, and in
Yep.
high doses, it's not good for you. Feces is natural; it's not good for you.
Unless you're a gorilla, then you can eat it at least 3 more times. In fact, if you're a gorilla, you have to eat it 3 more times to get your full meal.
Or if you're a koala, you have to eat your mothers to actually get the nutrients and.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Well,
Or
yeah.
if you're a scorpion, you gotta eat your mother.
pass the popcorn.
You know that koalas are one of the stupidest animals around.
Oh yes, they quite literally have a smooth.
Yes.
No,
they
no,
literally
koalas have a smooth brain.
Yeah.
Have you met David Hogg?
One of the
No, Mitch. David Hogg is not a koala. He just said koalas have a smooth brain.
Yes. Besides, David Hogg doesn't have the necessary qualifications.
Oh God.
I like you.
That's like, wait, since I did do that, it'd be he didn't have the necessary qualifications.
So one of the other things that I would say where, regardless of what side you're on, we've kind of failed. It would be coming back to sites like YouTube, and I don't think they're the best site. I just understand that as a platform, they were kind of the easiest to use as far as setting something up. But like, if you had wanted to do your own thing in the beginning, there were a lot of people kind of making their own entertainment. There was actually a chance of people bringing in people off of cable with their own ideas. And yes, it's low budget entertainment.
Well, that's how South Park started.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. You know,
Everything started. It was low budget entertainment. YouTube was you making television, you making your own entertainment, you making jokes. It gave a chance. The old indie movies of yesteryear where you got the camcorder and you just made shit like Goblins 2.
yes.
Data acquisition at
Well, yeah,
25%. Keep it up.
YouTube innovated the distribution method.
Yes, perfect
The
example.
exocomic console beta is
Like, because fan films existed, it was just hard to fucking initiate transport. But
Yeah,
now,
things like PBS existed as well.
Because you had to rely upon the distribution system that was in place by professional Hollywood.
or you had to worry about hearing about this film and then paying for to get it out there.
Yeah.
You mentioned David Hogg, right? So I'd like you all to go and look in general, because it reminded me of something.
That poor
They
kid.
wish they were that.
He was born without a brain. We shouldn't be making fun of him.
Yes,
No,
we
he was
should.
born with the brain, but enough to capitalize on the death of others because he's a piece of shit.
He's not that nice.
Yeah.
data acquisition at 50%.
You know, the horrible thing is that's the only picture I've seen with Greta Thunberg in where she actually looks almost cute.
I can't wait for her OnlyFans account.
I can.
No, she's gonna have one.
I can wait a very long time for that one.
Oh, most of these pissy little assholes, that's the kind of place they're going to end up. Because they're going to grow up craving this attention that they can't get through legitimate means. Because they don't have the skill or the talent to generate it.
Yes.
All they can do is get naked and do weird shit.
Oh, like Greta Thunberg, it's that whole thing of her bringing up the dumb shit for the climate change and whatnot, and it's like, yeah, but you're still not accepting the other thing, and you're pulling the same shit everyone else does, where you're like, well, we need to go to green energy. Well, we need to go to nuclear, and anyone, especially like your parents who fucking stopped that, are partially responsible for all the extra burning of coal and natural gas and everything.
Who it was, but it was some British television host or whatnot, and he had a climate change activist, and he was telling them like all the shit that fossil fuels are responsible for. If they went off fossil fuels like cold turkey, a lot of people would fucking die.
Piers Morgan, I think.
No, it wasn't Pierce. Like, I know who Pierce is.
No, Piers Morgan had a great one to where the guy was trying to be like, oh, these climate activists, they're heroes. And he's like, no, they're not. They go. He's like, they freaking protest in the safest places in the world without actually going to the places where real polluters are to go there. They're not heroes. They're cowards.
Yes,
Yep,
they
I
are.
don't remember if he actually said cowards, but he definitely said they are not heroes. And I was like, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Piers Morgan on that one.
I can.
But-
I find I agree with him on a great number of things, actually, which
I mean,
surprised
to
me.
be fair, like, I don't like his politics, but he isn't wrong all the time.
No, he comes across
You won't
yeah,
get rid of
yeah.
me that
He has some questionable views, but on the whole, I think if I were to sit down in a pub and have a pint with him, I could have a good time in his company. You know what I mean?
But see, that's the problem with that's another thing I realized about the quote-unquote our side and quote-unquote their side. We're willing to listen and talk and like try to find common ground. They're zealots. You either believe what I believe or you're the enemy.
I don't know that that's true about me.
Well, you're not on
Because-
the
No,
other side.
no,
Are you a
it's-
Well,
zealot?
no. What I'm saying is I am a zealot. When it comes to liberty, when it comes to
What
the
do you-
U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights, get the fuck out of my way.
But you're
What he
willing
means
to-
by that, hold on.
What
Peter. What he means by that whole thing is it's basically an our side thing, and for so many of them, it's like if you don't agree with me 100% on everything, you are obviously my enemy.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I understand that. But I'm
And
just saying, let's
Echo
not discount
chamber.
the fact. I'm just saying, let's not discount the fact that I've got my own zealotry. I can't speak for anyone else.
yes, but
Everybody
yours
has.
is the one to where it technically is a bonus to everyone. Like very few people is it considered a detriment to, and those people shouldn't be
Plus,
in
you're willing
quote
to,
unquote polite or civilized society anyways.
you're willing to listen to criticisms, and if those
Oh, yeah.
criticisms prove valid, you will
But-
adjust your thinking accordingly.
But even my willingness to listen to criticisms, that's because I want to be right. God damn it!
Well, yeah, that's why
If
everybody
I
listens to
listen to
criticism.
criticisms, I can strengthen my argument.
But even
Yeah.
then, Mitch, you're willing to, if you're wrong, you're willing to accept, hey, okay, I'm fucking wrong with this. I guess I have to change my way of thinking, or
Yeah.
figure out why.
It's
I'm
only
wrong.
because I want to be right.
Even if
I'm just saying that my motives are not entirely.
your motives aren't altruistic, but at least your motives are like, hey, I want to be correct in this matter. Even if I just want to be stubborn and be right.
Oh yeah, again, getting back to the gay marriage thing. That's why I'm always for it, is because constitutionally speaking, government has no authority to step in.
Agreed. They
A
can.
friend of mine, when it became legal in the UK, he was for it because he thought, why should they not suffer as well?
Well, there's that too.
I also kind of partially disagree with wanting to talk to everyone. I agree with everyone having a place to speak, and if other people want to speak to other people, I will never stop them from doing that, because I'll still listen to the conversation. But I would have no interest in talking to, like, say, Destiny, because I view him as somebody who actually has no interest in holding a conversation or a debate.
Or an honest conversation.
Yeah.
The
And
only,
I see that as a waste. Well, it's not a waste of time. It's just
All right.
aggravating for no reason.
So,
I have seen Destiny to where he actually is more likely to have an actual conversation. You'll still get some digs or whatnot thrown at you, but it's predominantly anything that's not going to be on his channel type thing, or like where it's going to be a stream.
all right, so I've learned this, and I keep this ideology of this when I first talk to someone. Is there any, like, when say we're talking about politics, is there anything, are you willing to at least concede the fact that there are some good things about X, Y, and Z? If you say no, then I don't want to have this conversation with you, because no matter what I say, you won't fucking listen. And I don't talk to walls.
Depends what X, Y, and Z are, doesn't it?
No, I talk to walls, but at least I want to know I'm talking to an actual wall that's holding up a foundation.
Yeah, but what if that wall identifies as a picket fence?
Nah, I'm
I've
just
talked to
saying.
fences as well, so you gotta understand. I was in the military, so sometimes you're just talking to whatever will listen because killing people's illegal.
No,
Granted, I never had that second or the final part near as much as others.
no. What I'm saying is, if we're the whole point of a debate or a discussion is to try to come away better, right? If I can't say anything that would make your mind change, you know, if you're not willing to listen to the change, why are we talking about this subject? Because it's going to irritate me. Because whatever argument I throw out there for X, Y, and Z, you're gonna be like, nope, 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 that's wrong. You're wrong. I'm wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. It's just gonna piss me off.
Wrong.
No, I don't think you're right there, mind.
You know, again, all right. The way I came up with this strategy is doing it with politics talking Trump in 2016, around that time frame, and talking to other black people who were dyed in the wool. Oh well, Trump's evil and he's racist. Okay, how?
Hold on, you're black.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I happen to be.
Oh God, not happens to be.
You know where that's from. Oh man. But
So is he thinking like,
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
I love that one.
Okay.
I think that's one of my favorite ones. Picking another TFI.
Emotional damage. Hi, I've got herpes. Want to have sex?
What the fuck?
Hey,
Sorry.
I'm a herpes factory. Come and
Are you
see me.
still in your fleet engagement
What
thingy?
Yes.
What are you just running through the soundboard numbers 1 through 20?
1 through 55.
That's a yes.
no? I just picked a couple of them. I was just messing with Tyrion, like randomly through his talking, and just be like,
No, she should play the ceiling bird noise.
I don't have that one in here.
That sucks. Ceiling bird.
It's such
Because
a
it's so-
funny thing when you well, I guess again I can only speak for myself, but when I released myself from the burden of the intellectual dishonesty of valuing vocabulary over philosophy,
Several Jem'Hadar ships have been disabled by the Herc.
it made everything
The power
so much
to bring
easier.
them back online.
And what I mean by that is, I argue that the only real political dichotomy is liberty and tyranny, and everything else is just a fact and statement or a distraction or fan fiction.
Hold on really quick. I gotta read this one.
All right.
Let's do what
Do
this
you
says.
though?
You can't hear the ceiling chicken from Tears or the kitchen, the KFC on his breath. Really?
What?
Capitalist the Wizard. That's what he said. You can't hear the ceiling chicken from Tyr or the KFC on his breath.
Okay.
I'll still say there's one thing I kind of regret. I never went to the KFC while I was, or one of the KFCs while I was in Japan.
Wow, what they serve.
Not that I'd say there's
Kentucky Fried
KFC, but
China.
I just never went to it and whatnot. Because like, I went to the McDonald's and the McDonald's is better. I forgot to go to any of like anything else, but cause I kind of wanted to hit up more like sushi bars or ramen shops.
I'm making some ramen.
I said it on Twitter, man. The United States of America, and probably most of the world, was a much happier place when you could order chicken in a motherfucking bucket.
Yeah.
You used to be able to go out there and be like, give me a big ass bucket of chicken and a Dr. Pepper, please. The world was a much happier place.
It's also the time that if you tried to shoplift, you get dragged into police cruiser.
Yep.
Now they just let you walk.
Shit, employees would beat your ass.
Oh hell.
Yeah.
Other shoppers would stop you.
Yes, I mean that's as it should be. That's why I get so upset with these people complaining about Just Stop Oil. Well, then fucking stop them.
That's what they do over here.
Oh, I mean, I guess it's like kinder but meaner because I ask how many. It's like anytime I have a conversation that I'm like, okay, so what school? Like, what schooling are you going to better this? It's like to better green energy and to get us off the dependency of oil to where quite literally it'll be like with horses to where only the rich will have them or whatnot. Because if you're not doing any, it's like because if you're not doing any of that, you're just a piece of shit.
Rotncorpse, I hate to spoil it for you, but
none of them are.
It won't be the rich that have the horses. It'll be the apes, specifically the gorillas.
No, yes.
And they'll just be using it to find astronauts.
Well, no, it's that whole thing of like, look at how the things have changed to where everyone used to have a horse. Some had a carriage that could be pulled by a horse, and when cars came out, they were only for the predominantly wealthy. Then as it's become more and more expensive, now look at who has horses. Unless you have a ranch or something like that, not many people have horses.
Well, let's not forget that it was the innovation of the automobile that prevented a lot of disease.
Well done.
Because all those horses shit on the streets.
True. From what I've read, I mean, let's face it, in the UK, most people did not have horses. Yeah, they were expensive fucking things. In the US, most people did not have horses, but unless you lived in the countryside. You didn't need fucking horses if you lived in the city. There was public transport.
Right,
and besides,
but there were
they were
still
too
too
expensive to keep.
And the cities were lined with shit.
Yeah.
And that's an unhealthy environment.
But horses
well,
were
back
too
in that
expensive
time
to keep
frame,
in
they
the
were
cities.
also the fucking streets weren't just lined with horse shit. They were lined with people shit as well for a lot of that.
True.
You'd be surprised how much of a myth.
Well,
in medieval Europe, you'd be surprised how much of a myth that is.
Oh, I'm not saying that all of it was there, that like people were just out shitting on the streets, but I'm sure it happened from time to time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know about. I'd rather not. I don't know about the United States, but in the UK, your cities had people who were employed to go around to people's houses, collect what they called night soil.
I don't have as much hate for the UK people. There is a specific one of the Elizabeth I hate because quite literally, she had the toilet hidden, a usable, flushable toilet, for like 300 fucking years.
Never heard that one.
Yes, that is a factual truth that happened because basically one of her one of her nephews had figured it out, but because he's had some bad opinions about her, pretty much he got ostracized. She took the fucking plans, had one made in the castle for her, and it was in there for like 300 years or something. Fat electrician, like Fat Electrician had a thing about, like, actually did the whole thing about that, brought up the shit for the stuff for it. It's like, yeah, quite literally, should have had the flushable toilet like 300 something fucking years ago.
We could have shitters in the ancient days.
Yeah, instead of having to have someone go through and clean an area to where, you know, the shit just dropped and slid down a fucking thing for castles, basically, specific castles, basically. And whatnot, like, we could have had, like, legitimate fucking plumbing.
And that's how the dumbwaiter was invented.
Yes, that dumb waiter. Fucking moron.
Like, I wish I could have remembered more about it, because then I could have kind of had my own little, like, Fat Electrician rant. Yeah.
Alright. Since this is food, y'all started talking about food, I want to bring this up. Do you know what killed the elevator attendant job?
Herc ship spotted at escape route gas.
Sorcery.
Over there.
No, they asked for more money. They asked for more money.
Oh, $15 minimum wage?
Yeah, they felt that their job was such a niche thing and they deserved the money. Well, most buildings were like, you know, they couldn't afford it. So when they struck, they got, hey, let's try this automatic elevator shit, less people. And,
well, so basically the ability to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look at what's happening with fast food workers now. their job is going the way of the dodo bird because they ask for more money when their job isn't that fucking skilled.
It's not just fast food people. Delivery drivers.
Yeah, delivery drivers. Well, Uber killed their job.
Amazon's killing their Uber's job as well.
No, Amazon isn't delivering food.
Well, they're delivering groceries and whatnot. But they do have the whole thing of like it'd be DoorDash and out of what you're thinking, and half of that shit's not worth it.
Yeah, I'd rather. I haven't gone to many fast food places that are hot because one, I don't want to be a fat ass, and two, I don't want to be a fat ass.
I mean, I still go occasionally and whatnot, but I will go pick it up myself.
Yeah.
But I'm also working out like 4 days a week. I need to do more cardio though. Plus, I've been sweating like a whore in church every day this week, basically at work. Damn near sweating like a whore in church on the day of the apocalypse, thinking that they're not going to get raptured.
What worries me is you know what a horse sweats like.
Well, to quote, what was it, Beer Fest? We are all whores, Mr. Batman.
We are all
I can't remember the Jew's name in that one.
The mark of the whore.
Earth ship spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there.
God damn it!
I will not.
Dad, I'm Jesus Christ.
Not anymore, you're not. I'm God, don't forget. If I don't want you to be Jesus Christ, you shall not be Jesus Christ.
Too bad it's not up to you.
If I'm God, it is.
I have decreed.
You're not my God.
You're not my real God.
I am the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
No, you're not.
Is this why is this why you changed your avatar to the furry bastard Batman? So
No,
that
that
you
was
can
because
be like,
because of Twitter.
Oh, okay. Because like gods have cats sometimes have something of a god complex because we think we do.
All gods sometimes. All God, you were going to say all gods sometimes have something of a cat complex, weren't you? Yes,
They
you
might.
were.
You never know. There are gods in the past who had a cat complex. You know.
Yeah. That's where they kept the cats.
Fucking furries.
No, you should just shoot them, or at least send them to a pound or something.
Look, let's be honest. If we were to kill all furries, we would really fuck up our tech industry.
Yeah.
No, we wouldn't.
I have this thing where the one guy that I know who's a furry, and I'm like, if it's just limited to role playing as a character, I don't give as much of a shit. It's when you start thinking you should fuck those characters that I'm like, no.
Well, it's like, okay, if they're trying to like legitimately, like they're not a zoophile, if they just want to be like, wear a furry suit or whatever, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's one of the few things where I will say be normal. Keep your degeneracy in your own house, and then I don't give a fuck what you do as long as it's amongst consenting adults.
House is normal.
That's why I said it's one of the few normalcies I follow.
I don't bring my perversions outside. I don't expect people to, bring their perversions outside.
What you doing outside?
I'm allowed outside now because of the 19th Amendment.
It's being repealed.
You know,
the 19th Amendment here. The 19th Amendment isn't fucking civil rights.
I keep hearing, ex-Western country is institutionally racist. And
because they're fucking
the easy answer to that is, if that's the case, how did your fucking family get here?
Or I got one better for you.
Or even how are you allowed to vote, have a job, be free?
Yeah.
This
if
is
it's institutionally racist, these people would not be allowed to speak the way they do.
This is my Alex Jones theory on the furries. This is how the Liberals plan to get, our hillbilly hunters to go vegan, right? They're in the middle of a hunting party, and no actual hunter really wants to kill a person. They are actually kind of wanting to take a deer home because they can eat that. But they find a party of whatever the fuck that is yiffin'. I can see someone being like, I don't want to eat meat anymore.
No, they're probably like, you know what? I'm going to eat 4 cows just to be safe.
Well, they should. That's what we should do. That's
I like
the rescue party that we need.
I like the one. Hey, vegans, I'm helping you. I'm eating the animals that were eating your food.
Exactly. Like, again, I'm doing you a favor. I'm making sure that your food doesn't get eaten.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not worried about like the furries and whatnot for that of like trying to make me go vegan. I'm worried about that one weird tick that will genetically make you a vegan because of a rare fucking disease it'll give you. And I'm like, fuck that. Like, this is why I actually do believe in free range chickens, because those fuckers will decimate the tick population. A goddamn possum actually does not eat as many ticks as people think they do. They actually don't really eat. They actually don't really eat ticks at all.
So in other words, the guy increased the possum population to eat more ticks. Got it. Wise words.
See, I was gonna go run with a running gag of a superhero whose sole purpose is to show up and interrupt vegans, or whatever plot the vegans have to make people go vegans. And he just appears out of nowhere, and maybe it's like a steak or like a bacon.
I want that job.
So basically, you're saying you want him to be like that. I believe it did happen in British, where a British guy basically just was walking around with a steak in each hand, slapping vegans, saying, "How can you eat your pudding if you haven't had your meat?"
Yes.
No. So there was a vegan protest outside like a restaurant, and this guy just stood there eating chicken.
Oh yeah, that was when I went and saw Avenged Sevenfold back in I think it was like 2006 time frame or whatnot. Like, they had someone who was trying to do that, get like freaking signatures and whatnot. And one of my buddies like, why would I want to get rid of these places like KFC when they make tasty food for my mouth hole?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We found out when I was about 20. This vegan restaurant had opened up on the route we took from the bus stop in Newcastle to our favourite pub. But before you got there, you always passed this guy, street vendor, who's selling fucking hamburgers, right? So when we realised we were passing a vegan restaurant, we'd stop at this vendor, buy some beef burgers, and put lots of fucking tomato ketchup in them, and stand outside this vegan restaurant eating them.
I'll openly admit, I don't care if it's like, I've met vegans that I don't actually have a problem with, and that whole thing.
So why?
And I do not care if they want to make their own restaurant and whatnot. It's like, just don't be a dick about it.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. There are freaking people that are meat eaters and whatnot. They're like, I gotta have that fucking steak. It's like, oh, dude, for the love of God, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares.
Yeah. I've known some vegans that are all right. The vast majority of them are not. Because the vast majority of them are in it because they think it's hip and trendy and cool and with it.
Guess whose kid has a new gluten allergy?
It is the ones who treat their diet like it's a religion that I have an issue with. It usually is. Because it's a diet. If you want to eat your diet, you have your diet. But the minute they start enforcing it on, and I know a parent is a parent, but a baby is not a vegan. If you want them to become vegan when they're 12, I don't agree with that, but at least...
I don't agree with it at all, and you shouldn't, because they're still developing. They still need the meat. And
that's like treating pets as well, because like dogs are an omnivore, but cats are not.
Yeah, cats.
That's what I think too, but I'm aware of how much liberties I have with somebody else's kid. But when it comes to dogs and cats, oh fuck no.
Dogs are only omnivores because we've got them that way. By nature, they're not.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you not see that one about the woman? Yeah, she had this vegan dog. Yeah, it was a vegan dog. Look, it doesn't like that nasty, horrible meat. It wants a knife.
Straight to the meat.
Yeah, it just every time she just could not stop it eating the meat.
Well, the reason why like dogs are also more more omnivore as well is because of, when they would eat other stuff, they do take in grass and whatnot.
Cats,
Well-
cats will eat vegetation on occasion.
Yeah, but it's not their primary diet.
No.
Now, like, not many things are like a polar bear to where they are a legitimate hyper carnivore. Because even animals that are considered to be just strictly herbivores will still eat other animals.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
that's what I love.
Insects.
That's the one I love. Vegans keep pointing out to me that human beings are not meant to eat meat because none of the apes eat meat. Yes, they do. All of them. Every chance they get.
Bro, do you understand that baby birds are basically the popcorn chicken of the animal world?
Oh yeah.
Like they had a whole thing of like putting things over human bodies to see how they would decompose, and had like a fucking kind of like cage around them so no big predators get in there, and we'll watch on camera. And one day they looked at it and there's a fucking deer eating human.
You know what surprised me? I mean, I always knew that chimpanzees hunted and killed monkeys and other chimpanzees. But you know what absolutely amazed me? Chimpanzees hunting and killing gorillas.
Oh, chimpanzees are fucking ridiculous.
They're just the same as us.
Like
in every
gorillas,
way, the shape of their bodies.
Gorillas are predominantly more pacifist than chimps. Like chimps, you smile at them and it's fucking game time.
Don't know so much about that. I recently watched a video about how gorillas have chased African tribes out of their villages.
Oh well,
Literally
it's
taken
typically
over.
a thing that's like it's that whole thing of if you're not trying to be aggressive towards them, gorillas are less likely to be aggressive towards you.
Sometimes even when you're not trying to be aggressive towards them, when these people haven't been trying to be aggressive towards them, they've chased them out.
Yeah, I mean there are things like that can happen. Those are what are typically known as outliers.
Not from what I've heard. Gorillas and humans tend not to get along.
Humans and gorillas tend not to get along because we look because of human nature and that whole thing. We tend to look other animals in the eye, and that is seen as a sign of aggression.
Well, it's not just that. We tend to try and kill other animals as well.
That too.
We want to know what they taste like with barbecue sauce.
Again,
It's funny you say that.
I'm not gonna.
I remember the first time I saw when I was a kid, 6 years old, right? And I had that when dinosaurs ruled the earth on, right?
Yeah.
My first thoughts when I saw the dinosaurs, what does that taste like?
yeah. Can I eat it?
Yeah.
That is. All right.
Oh shit,
Remember when
Batman.
Peter tried to say,
What was that, Mitch?
you wouldn't eat a dinosaur, would
You
you?
think people are gone.
Yeah. Twice.
And people like,
Just
fuck yeah, if we could eat a dinosaur, we fucking would.
Yeah.
Probably tastes like chicken.
It's also one of the things with being nice with animals is they don't understand. It's exactly the thing about smiling at them. They can read when you're scared of them. Like dogs, cats, they know when you're scared of them.
Oh, yeah, it's
So,
because you sent changes.
When your emotions change, you release pheromones.
Yeah, you sent changes.
Well,
it's all
since
of
we
that.
had-
Yeah, good.
I was gonna say, since we had the dinosaur thing as well, just remember, open the door, get on that floor, because everybody walked that dinosaur.
Oh no.
I prefer walk like an Egyptian.
You know, I said I liked you. I've just
Don't
changed
know.
my mind.
You're welcome.
I hope you die a sad and lonely old woman. I know
Well,
what I said.
Well, I'm a guy, so that's gonna be extremely difficult.
I hope you
Hey,
I
hey,
hope you
hey.
die covered in a trillion hairy cats.
Oh, that's something else I found out recently. You know, the people keep saying that if you die at home and you've got a cat, it'll eat you.
Yes.
It will take at least a week before the cat can even consider touching your fucking carcass, right?
Yes.
But if you die at home and you've got a dog, it will take at least half an hour before the dog decides to munch on you.
Mm-hmm.
Half an hour between up to 3 weeks. Basically, the cat will go to the edge of starvation before he decides to munch on you. The dog, a bit peckish. Oh, he's not moving. Oh, he's dead. Nom,
So the
nom,
dog
nom.
is more intelligent.
No,
When
the
he
dog
sees
is
his
also the dog is also far less faithful. And like I keep saying,
Oh,
people
no,
tell me
they're-
that about. Hey, dear, people keep telling me that about the cat, right? Because I've got a cat. If you die alone in your house, your cat will eat you. I don't care. I'll be dead.
I'm fucking dead. I'm not killing him.
Hey, if you want to fling me an invite.
No, we're in the middle of a TFO at the moment.
Well,
I thought you'd have finished by now.
Nah, it's that dumbass.
No, it's one of the time gates.
Oh, right. Because I've got my Kelvin Heavy Destroyer ready.
Ah, right
Oh
on.
shit.
Yeah, it's got TOS skin on it. It looks fucking good.
Satellite upgrades are now available.
Even Mitch liked it.
Oh yes.
I prefer my little tiny zippy little ship. With my cannons.
I will say this about you, Batman, from what I can tell, is you don't seem like you're someone who would try to choose your pistol based upon how it feels in your mouth.
What?
he's not that kind of gay.
I'm not gay.
I can't.
That
Ron,
was a super slide joke.
Ron, I can't with you. I wake up in the morning. I say Rotten's not gonna get me, but he.
Good lord, with you trying to say that you're not gay, now I'm guessing that you actually are gay because projection. Good
I'm
lord.
not gay.
I ain't even wasn't there a hint of insinuation of you being gay?
No, it was Jen that said he's not that kind of gay. That's who I was responding to.
Brain troll.
I mean, it's not like he's the type of person that eats bananas not because he thinks they taste good, but because of the shape.
I don't eat bananas.
Well, they're not the right shape.
I just don't care for the taste of them. I don't like bananas.
I don't like bananas either.
Last one.
Sorry, Batman. Shadow's nowhere in sight either.
No, this cryptic.
I know, right? That or he's being sneaky, and he is.
Jen? Have I ever told you recently how much I hate you?
No.
Not so breakfast.
I can't get over this. The fucking best of both worlds. Connie is almost as isn't that much smaller than my fucking Kelvin class.
Best of both worlds, Connie.
Yeah. Or it's either that one or the Discovery Connie.
Ah. Yes. The Discovery Connie is oversized.
Yep. Well, I think I've said this before, but you notice in the original series, even if it's just a scene where Kirk and Spock are walking down the corridor having a chat from Kirk's office to the turbo lift, there are people in the corridor. They're just extras, but the people in the corridor.
Yep.
On the bridge. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Hold on, let us continue. On the bridge, there's always somebody coming in either up to Kirk or like Uhura or one of the fucking extras manning the consoles, right? From the turbo lift, hands him a pad, and then buggers off.
Yep.
Yeah. Then let's go to the best of both worlds, which is supposed to be the same ship, by the way. The only people you see on that ship. The only people you see on that ship. Sorry, Strange New Worlds.
Thank you.
The only people you see on that ship are the main characters and the guest characters. Nobody else, ever. Even Discovery had fucking extras manning the corridors.
Maybe it's broke.
That's just it. They're spending money on the wrong things.
Yeah.
Oh God!
They're
I
wasting
don't want
the
to talk
budget.
about Strange New Worlds because after that fucking shit you showed me, Mitch, I fucking want to
Oh,
strangle
no
somebody.
kidding.
What did he show you?
The teaser for it was a episode sneak peek of season 3.
Was it the one where they all turn into Vulcans?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the red-headed Irish guy was on about it.
Cullen?
Eh?
Cullen?
The one on their YouTube.
Yeah.
Dave Cullen.
Yeah, Dave Cullen. Yeah, he was on about it. Yeah, they become Vulcans, and all of a sudden they're emotionless and logical, and that's not how Vulcans work.
Nope.
No, okay, I get that, but the whole fucking remember the chick that didn't turn. Oh, I did LSD like the last week, like a week ago. The fuck? Shouldn't that shit be not exist, or maybe
Well,
they have some
Uhura shouldn't even be an ensign in that series.
No, she shouldn't.
No, she shouldn't. She should still be. She should be at the best a junior in Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. By the time the original series, she's a senior bridge officer. Yeah.
But she's still only a lieutenant.
Yep. Christine Chapel shouldn't be on the Enterprise at all.
Nope. Agreed.
They lost what made fucking Star Trek. Like, you turned Star Trek from this highbrow, not hard science fiction, but space opera.
It was actually.
It wasn't hard science fiction.
It kind of was actually.
No.
The original series was actually hailed by the scientists at the time as being the most scientifically accurate TV show on television, and the most movies as well. Yeah, at the time. Apparently, The Next Generation was also considered at that level.
But still, my point in this being is more.
Looks like the assault is
they lost what made Star Trek good, epic, and something to talk about.
Yes, they did.
Because now you got singing fucking Klingons or the Klink orcs.
Yeah.
Yep.
That.
And they're trying to turn them into a matriarchal society.
And again, they shouldn't fucking be, because they follow Kalis. Like
yes. What?
Government.
Yes. What's his unforgettable? What's his name? The Unforgettable.
Yes.
What's his name? The Unforgettable. But
okay, Batman is on our map with us.
All right, where are you? We are in Earth Space Dock 2.
Yeah, we're near the
doing the thing. I'll jump out of my mission and head back to a space dock then.
Yeah, you
God
jump
damn
on
it!
that mission and come to Earth Space Dock.
Gotta make it to Earth.
Evil space dock.
But yes, they're technically following the warrior Kalis. Like, they can't be a matriarchal society. And even then, it fucking would. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Why are they looking like fucking orcs?
Because the people who designed them don't know what the fuck they're on about. Oh god, it's okay, it's not an important mission, it's just got Captain Ezri Dax in it. Why she's a captain, I don't know.
Because they needed captains, and they made fucking Ensign Kim a captain.
Yeah, no.
He still should be an ensign. They should keep the joke.
Yes.
He's forever the ensign.
Yes, yes. Legend has it. Yeah. Harry Kim died at 135. A bitter, sad, and embittered ensign.
Indeed.
He never got promoted.
Nope.
Technically, the Harry Kim in this universe isn't the real Harry Kim.
Right.
Actually, you're on about because he's he's a quantum copy.
Yeah, but he's not part of that universe.
That makes him exactly the same. No, he was part of that universe.
No, he wasn't.
They both were. Yes, he was. They both were.
When they fractured the timeline, and the timeline where Voyager gets destroyed, he's from that one. That Hurricane was killed.
No, that wasn't fracturing the timeline. That was where Voyager was duplicated. Both Voyagers were equally as real. Therefore, both Harry Kims were equally as real.
I'm not saying he's the real Harry Kim. I'm just saying he's not the original Harry Kim.
Yeah, neither was the other one.
And
yet they both were. No, they both were. You can't actually tell which one was the original and which one wasn't.
Technically, in the ship's log, it should have a recording for the death of Harry Kim.
And I believe they did, but Harry Kim. But
you can't promote an idea, I guess.
Yeah, he's not real, so he can't be promoted.
Right, you're by the ship dock, and I bet I'm on the wrong fucking map.
Or space dock number 2?
Yeah.
I'm on the ESD number 3.
Yeah.
What, is it too full?
No, it's just drop me in there. It's up number 3. 30. I can't get 35 players. Okay. And 1 friend.
We'll go to 4. 12. Hop to 12. Only 4 people there.
There we go.
Cheers, like 4, 12, blue, 17. Hike.
If you could hack into Star Trek Online, would you allow them to have Nazi salutes?
Yes.
That's actually called the Bellamy salute.
I would let them. I would have. You ever seen Spaceballs? I would let them have that.
Right behind you, Tier. Tier. That's just right behind you.
Really?
So you're the blue-haired bitch.
Oh, there we go.
The blue-haired bitch. Oh, you.
I would add twerking and then make anyone who actually does it banned. It would be an insta-bannable offense, not even realizing that as soon as you cause your character to twerk,
that would
they
work.
would be banned.
Why you've got a strange blue glow?
I do?
Yeah.
You got a strange blue glow.
I don't, but you do. You're evil.
I'm the real one. Who did I shoot? I don't know which one's the real one.
Damn, I forgot you can't fire in here, can you?
Nope. Alright, going to random.
Right on.
I shall accept. Hey ho, away we go. Where we're going? Is it fun?
Hold on.
We'll find out.
Campbell Woodward would have said he doesn't like bananas because he was raised on a previous breed of bananas.
I don't care.
I gotta get something to eat soon.
It's almost time. I mean, we got a few more minutes, Mitch.
Yeah, we got just under 20.
Yeah.
I just don't know what I want.
Food.
Clearly. I'll come up with something.
It's also hot, so I'm sitting here thinking, when this ends, I still have some ice cream I'm going to eat. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to sit in it.
It's not that much ice cream.
Have discovered an Imperial Romulan.
No, it's the whatchamacallit.
What's the thing? God damn it, I hate you large ship having motherfuckers.
So what have I got to do?
Romulan Imperial minefield. Go and rescue the first stage is to rescue the traders from these asteroid mines.
And obviously kill the Rommies.
Yes.
Goddamn pointy-eared bastards.
The Jorns are space Muslims. Changed my mind.
The Romulans have
Well, at least they didn't declare jihad on fucking Cardassia.
Yet.
Give him time.
A yeehard. No. If Muslims came from Arkansas, that's what it'd be, wouldn't it? A yeehard.
A yeehard.
Could be.
I'm barely touching my fucking shields.
Just a few more to go.
I'm going to declare yeehaw. It will give a whole new meaning to the term hootenanny.
Who's this Manny Moto looking motherfucker? Get the fuck out of here.
A whole new meaning to the term shindig. That's what they'll call it, shindig.
Is that what a cannibal says when he grabs his spoon out and goes to work on your leg?
Yes. Hell.
Like I said, this does look a lot better than the original series skin on, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I don't know.
Right, why are they going over there?
I hate the single nacelle fucking thing, honestly.
Oh, I do too, but if that's as good as that design is going to look.
Okay, where's the bastards?
I'm here.
No, the bastards. In space.
I don't know.
Follow the arrows on your mini map.
There it is.
Ah, there's one over there.
You're looking for the bastards in space. Have you looked in a mirror?
Well, I'm not in space.
Yes, I have.
God damn it.
What are you complaining about now?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. Someone has a bit.
It's alright, I just given you a bit of engineering help there.
Sweet. Minefield cleared.
The job isn't over yet. The enemy. Job isn't over yet. Enemy disabled by my.
Got to go to the Wally point.
In space, no one can hear you twerk.
Nobody cares.
That's what we should do. We should send all the thoughts to space. If they live, they can come back. If they don't, nothing of value was lost.
And there was much rejoicing.
500 million disco dancers.
That's a 1,000 disco dancers crying out at once.
And the rest of the universe said, thank fucking Jesus.
Facility damage is up and running.
Yeah, that facility grandma is up and running.
God damn it.
Janet.
God, Janet.
Janet.
Yes, Janet.
Janet.
Yes.
Damn it, Janet.
Yes, Janet. God, Janet.
Who's that with the carrier?
For a species that is on the back foot because they lost a single planet, they're able to field a lot of ships.
Yeah. Said who's up with the carrier?
Facility Beta is safe.
Not one of us.
I'm following the escort. Little tiny escort. I are in the Corvette.
Jesus, how much repairing does this
Facility
fucking thing
Alpha
need?
looks like you got their attention. The Falcano will looks like you've got the attention. Falcano will probably try to blockade the process.
Oh no, we're focusing fire.
I try not to focus.
First place.
Message.
This is one of the rare FTOs, GFOs,
Excellent.
that'll give you extra bonuses for first and second place.
I'll mention your efforts.
Depart.
Official report. Chimera out.
Deep art. Deep art.
The art. Alright, I'm going to switch over to our splash screen. There we are.
Flash screen.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Flash screen.
Ah! Savior of the
Splashed him.
universe.
Oh, fuck off.
He's
You would do it to everyone else.
Space, no one can hear you apologize.
That just means you just that particular line makes Flash Gordon sound gay.
What? He's here for every one of us?
He's here for every one of us.
Well, it was sung by Queen.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to switch characters and bring me my original series fucking Dreadnought carrier in.
God damn it. I guess we could do one more.
You know, I just don't remember that scene in Star Trek where Worf looked at like his coworker, was like, "Why are you gay?"
What are you
I do.
But if the actor ever wanted to do a recreation of a scene just for Kex, I would love him for it.
Where are you gay?
Where are you gay?
Yeah, my favourite line from Worf, as I've said before, is "Captain, I protest. I am not a merry man."
Death to the opposition.
Right, what instance do you use lot in?
12.
Yes. Death to the opposition.
Death to the opposition.
So you know who the Bajorans really are? People keep calling them space Jews. They're not. They're space Palestinians.
Oh,
Indeed.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Thank you.
Yeah, that TOS uniform. Right there we go.
They highly oppress.
Oh god, the pugilist purple stick of perpetual pain.
Yeah. And I've also got my Nonads robot with me as well.
Right on.
I am Nonads.
Nomad. Okay, we run.
I am no dad.
I ran so far away.
You ran away from your singing teacher, didn't you?
I'm going to stand under the stairs here.
I'm going to pick off targets up on my perch. You never know who's a traitor.
Yeah, it's easy to tell who the trader is. That's the one who's trying to sell you stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about
the person who betrays.
Yes, the traitor. I shall not be taken off guard. You'll never take me alive, Nurse Chapel.
D D D D D D D D D D D D D. Oh baby.
And here you look like an Austin Powers character.
Yeah.
In one of the weird transitions.
God, you have the honeybee
here
now too.
Yeah. It's because I can't stand clipping.
Oh yes. That's why all my female bridge officers have ponytails or their hair is up in some way, because otherwise
Yep.
it clips.
I don't notice the clipping.
That's because the hair's up.
I said for me, I don't notice the clipping.
It's because you've got really short hair.
Yes. Well, this is
And I've got-
technically an alt outfit.
And I've got my 2285 phaser pistol.
Yep, me too. No.
Oh Lord, they're gonna ancient me to death.
Or I've got my advanced Herald anti-proton beam projector.
So you got a Stargate staff weapon.
No, it's a Star Trek staff weapon.
My mistake. I'm just waiting for them to give you the Qualta blade from fucking Farscape.
Star Trek lightsabers.
They've already got those.
Oh God, can you imagine Worf, spending a week in the Star Wars universe with Luke Skywalker? When he goes home, Luke Skywalker goes, "Hey, has anybody seen my lightsaber?"
He got a batleth. He got a laser bat. Hell, we have a laser batleth.
Batleths are a fucking terrible weapon anyway.
They really are.
The design, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the TOS hand phaser.
I like the mechlet. That's a good weapon.
Yeah, the problem with the TOS hand phaser is it can only destroy hands.
No, not hands. Hans phaser.
No, he said hand phaser.
It destroys Hans.
No, that's what you said. Mitch said hand phaser.
Mitch
It's a
also
phaser
says
that's
never
specially
hack
designed.
alone, but I don't.
Hey, don't get me started. Don't make me flare my fucking nostrils.
Oh, I've got a stupid fucking image for you. Remember Meatloaf in his prime?
Yes.
Remember Bat Out of Hell?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, picture a music video of Meatloaf singing that, right? Whilst riding down the freeway, right? Only he's not on a motorbike. He's on a little child's tricycle, pedaling furiously.
Okay, I can see that.
The thing is, if you'd suggested that to Meatloaf back in his prime, he probably would have done it.
I would do anything.
No.
But you don't like that song? That's a great song.
Is that the one where he points at Greta Thunberg and says, "But I won't do that"?
Yes.
Won't do that.
See, what other space phasers do I have? Where's that
Space
one?
Trek: The Last Journey.
Yeah, at least we can say that most likely. Oh god damn it!
Oh god damn it! Okay.
No, I can't remember. I can't remember his name.
Person most likely to consider.
Did Cat Scratch Fever?
Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent. See, at least I'm pretty positive if he looked at Greta Thunberg, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm not singing jailbait for her."
Well, technically, she's no longer jailbait.
No.
She's
No.
an adult now.
Yeah, she's had to move up and find her own
Well,
bridge.
she is jailbait, just a different kind.
No, she's actually had to move out of home recently and find her own bridge to live under.
I'm telling you, sooner or later she's gonna have her OnlyFans. I foresee
No.
this.
No.
Search your feelings. You know it's true.
No, it isn't.
It is.
No, it really isn't.
Yes.
No.
She will.
Tism.
No.
She will. I'm telling you, she'll have her OnlyFans.
Well, I hope you sign up to it.
I'm not gonna sign up to that shit.
Let's get Mikey.
I got better shit to do.
That's a very old joke, apparently.
Sure you do.
Why is the
What's the
PV
item
task
one?
force operations flashing?
I don't know.
Oh, we're queued up for a TFO, but it's taking so fucking long. It's weird.
Yeah, it's random. Shit, I'm getting tired. Let's call it here.
All right.
Works for me.
All right, it's here.
God damn it.
You realise this is the first time I played this game in almost a year.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for coming out, and those who have participated in the chat, thank you very much.
He has to. I don't.
You can find us regularly on Monday nights at 11 p.m. for Minions in Space. You can also find Jen Wednesday nights with the One Ton Hammer for the Winter Show with Charlie Diamantis.
That one's at 9 p.m. Eastern Central Time.
Yes. Mitch does things. I do things.
It's all good.
We're
all people. We're all old people on the Wednesday show, except for
Mitch
Carrie.
has left the game.
I have left the game because my computer's overheating.
Mitch does things.
I'm leaving as well.
Rotten does things. If you need to find somebody to do the things that they do,
You could combine that, and say Mitch does rotten things.
Yes, Mitch does rotten things.
I did recommend From Hell to the Wild West. So
yes, you recommended Charles Bronson, not Charles Bronson.
Hey Mitch, I've got a stupid question for you.
Okay.
He has a stupid.
How would you react? Right, you're suddenly transported to the universe where your favorite franchise, fucking hell, yeah, Jason Voorhees.
Friday 13th.
Yeah, where all that's real, right?
Yeah.
And you find Jason's hideout, right?
Uh-huh.
And he doesn't see you, but you see him sitting there crying over the original movie of fucking hell. My brain's given out.
Fucking hell.
West Side Story. And he's weeping.
It's all good. I'm holding back my sense of humor while I wait.
What would I do in that circumstance?
Yeah, I mean, how would you react?
I'd make sure the fuckers stay dead. West Side Story. That's beneath Jason Voorhees. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it turns out he's just like Captain Shakespeare in Stardust.
Really?
If you remember that film.
No, there are some things for which there is no excuse.
All right,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting tired and I have work in the AM, so I'm going to cut it here.
Do you know what I would find funny?
What?
Let him finish, Bats, for Christ's sake.
Thought you had.
Yeah, from all of us, thanks for coming out. With that, the zoo is closed. Have a good night, all.
Have a good night, guys.
Don't forget
Good
to
night.
stick your finger.
Latest.
Do you know what I would find funny?